Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad's Secrets: How to Escape the Rat Race. Imagine waking up every morning, dragging yourself out of bed to go to a job you don't love, only to pay bills and barely make ends meet. Sounds familiar, right? It's the typical rat race that so many people find themselves trapped in day after day. But what if I told you that there's a way out? That you don't have to work your entire life just to survive? Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, reveals the powerful secrets of his Rich Dad that can help you escape this cycle and achieve financial freedom. Today, we're diving into Kiyosaki's top secrets that will help you break free from the rat race and start building wealth. These aren't just ideas, they're practical habits and strategies that have helped millions get ahead financially. Stick around, because these are the lessons that could change your financial future forever. Mindset shift from employee to entrepreneur. The first secret that Kiyosaki emphasizes is the crucial mindset shift from thinking like an employee to thinking like an entrepreneur. Most people are taught to work hard, get a good job, and climb the corporate ladder. But Kiyosaki's Rich Dad had a different perspective. He taught Kiyosaki to view money and work through the lens of entrepreneurship. Instead of relying on a single paycheck to pay the bills, you should be thinking about how to build multiple streams of income. The rich, according to Kiyosaki, understand that working for money is not the answer. It's about making money work for you. Entrepreneurs create systems that generate cash flow, even when they're not actively working. This shift in thinking is essential to breaking free from the rat race. If you're stuck in the 9-to-5 grind, it's time to ask yourself, what can I do to build a business, investment, or side hustle that will give me more control over my financial future? Now I know what you're thinking. Becoming an entrepreneur is risky, right? Sure, there's some risk involved, but Kiyosaki teaches that risk can be mitigated with the right mindset and financial education. It's all about learning how to manage money, investments, and opportunities. The importance of financial education. One of Kiyosaki's core principles is that financial education is the key to escaping the rat race. Most people are taught traditional subjects like math, science, and history, but they never learn how to manage money, invest, or build wealth. Kiyosaki believes that schools fail to teach the real-life skills needed to thrive financially. Rich Dad wasn't a formal teacher. He was someone who understood the world of money and business. His lessons to Kiyosaki were all about teaching how money works, how to invest, and how to create wealth by mastering financial literacy. This is why Kiyosaki insists that understanding the basics of finance, such as how to read financial statements, understand assets versus liabilities, and make smart investments, is more important than any degree. Many people continue to work hard at jobs they don't love, thinking that they'll eventually retire comfortably. But without financial education, they'll never know how to make their money work for them. The truth is, no one teaches you how to achieve financial freedom in a typical school curriculum. So if you want to escape the rat race, start investing in your financial education. Building assets, not liabilities. When Robert Kiyosaki talks about escaping the rat race, one of the most important lessons he learned from his Rich Dad is the difference between assets and liabilities. In Kiyosaki's view, most people accumulate liabilities and call them assets. Things like big houses, fancy cars, and expensive clothes. But what they don't realize is that these items only drain their money. They're liabilities, not assets. On the other hand, assets are things that put money in your pocket, like rental properties, stocks, businesses, or investments that appreciate in value. The problem is, many people are caught up in consumer culture, constantly buying things that they think will improve their status but ultimately don't contribute to their financial growth. Kiyosaki argues that building wealth is all about acquiring assets that generate passive income. It's not about getting a bigger paycheck to cover more expenses. It's about building a portfolio of income-generating assets that can sustain you, regardless of your job or business. This is a game changer for anyone looking to escape the rat race. The power of passive income. Let's face it, most people are working hard for their money, but the rich? They make their money work for them. This is where the concept of passive income comes in. According to Kiyosaki, passive income is the key to escaping the rat race. It's income that comes in without requiring your active involvement, like earning money from rental properties, dividends from stocks, or royalties from intellectual property. Kiyosaki's Rich Dad taught him that having multiple streams of passive income was the key to financial freedom. Unlike active income, which requires you to trade your time for money, passive income allows you to make money while you sleep. Imagine waking up to find that your rental properties are generating income, your investments are growing, or your business is running without you having to be there. That's the power of passive income. but it doesn't come without effort. It requires planning, discipline, and an understanding of how to make your money work for you. So if you're stuck in the rat race, look for ways to build passive income streams. The importance of taking action. It's one thing to know the principles of financial freedom, but it's another thing entirely to take action. Kiyosaki's rich dad often reminded him that knowledge without action is useless. It's easy to sit around and dream about financial freedom, but the true wealth builders are the ones who take those dreams and turn them into reality. The problem for many people is that they get paralyzed by fear or overwhelmed by the process of starting something new. They read books, watch videos, and listen to podcasts, but they never actually put their knowledge into practice. Taking action is the only way to escape the rat race. Whether you start investing in stocks, look for real estate opportunities, or begin a side hustle, it's time to stop overthinking and start doing. Remember, failure isn't the end. It's just a stepping stone to success. You'll make mistakes along the way, but each failure brings you one step closer to mastering your financial future. So, what's the next step you're going to take today to move closer to your financial freedom? Leveraging debt to build wealth. One of the most controversial yet powerful strategies Kiyosaki learned from Rich Dad is the concept of using debt to build wealth. Most people are terrified of debt because they associate it with financial problems. However, Rich Dad taught Kiyosaki that when used correctly, debt can be a powerful tool to grow wealth. Kiyosaki calls it good debt versus bad debt. Good debt is used to acquire assets, like a loan to purchase a rental property that generates income, while bad debt is used to buy liabilities that don't bring in any money. Now, this doesn't mean going into debt recklessly. It's about being strategic with borrowing money to acquire income-generating assets that will, in turn, pay off the debt and provide long-term wealth. It's an advanced financial strategy, but when used wisely, it's a game changer. Surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Another key principle Kiyosaki learned from Rich Dad is the importance of surrounding yourself with like-minded, success-oriented individuals. It's not just about what you know, it's about who you know. Kiyosaki emphasizes that successful people understand the power of networking and collaborating with others who share similar financial goals. Being around people who are financially savvy can inspire you to take smarter actions, introduce you to new opportunities, and provide valuable advice. If you're stuck in the rat race and surrounded by people with a scarcity mindset, it can be hard to break free. However, by seeking out mentors, joining investment groups, and connecting with people who are financially successful, you'll start to adopt their mindset and strategies. They'll push you to think bigger, act faster, and take the steps necessary to achieve financial freedom. So are the people you're hanging out with helping you move closer to your goals? If not, it might be time to expand your circle. So, there you have it. Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad's secrets that can help you break free from the rat race and start building real wealth. It's not about working harder or longer hours. It's about working smarter, investing in yourself, and creating passive income streams that will sustain you long-term. The road to financial freedom may not be easy, but with the right mindset, education, and strategies, it's definitely achievable. If you found these lessons helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights on how to change your financial future. And remember, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep and how wisely you invest it. Stay tuned for more tips on escaping the rat race and taking control of your financial destiny.